Welcome to our Awakening Fireside Chat, which is April 24 right now. And we're excited. Just a couple of updates. First of all, we'll be sharing after this call all the different calls. I'll put a nice little post up because the call that we had for the practitioners call on Monday was fire. Tuesday, the mindset call that Kwame did was absolute fire. Wednesday, the call that JR did on no show me the money type of call there. It's all about money. That was fire too. Thursday, yesterday, the call that Anna did on a training for duplication was absolute fire. So I think I'm going to put a nice little post out this week with all the different calls there so you can, whoever didn't watch it can catch up. I'm really honored and happy to have you all on. But one thing I need to do, Ricky, just right now before I speak too much, I need to just put my feet on the P90 because every time I do a call, I always put my feet on the P90 here. Let me just bring it up a bit here. All right. I just find it kind of grounds me a little bit, brings me, it takes off the rough edges a little bit, eh? So I can just calm down, be a little bit more settled in. So I'm on the P90 now. All is good. I'm ready to change level here. This is not a hype call, even though, you know why? Because we're always very careful about not being hyped, eh? This is not a crypto project, so we're not there. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with being a little bit of hype, a little bit of excitement. We all know that the products are amazing, right? Everyone in the chat right now who believes in this product, give me a one in the chat. I just want to see if we have everyone believing in this product. Number one in the chat, or just show me on your finger here. Number one. Because if you believe in the product, the rest is history. It really, like, it just becomes very easy. There's a lot of ways that we can share this. And we can talk about different ways. We can get different updates from different testimonials today because today is a fireside chat. What is a fireside chat? It's a day where we close the week on Friday and we want to hear from everyone. It's not about Luigi talking for half an hour because I always talk too much. Today is about hearing from everyone and hearing everyone what you want to share. You want to share what you're grateful for the products, what they're doing for you? Yes. You want to share your success, what you're grateful for your success, whether it's you got two sales or you became an M1 or you helped somebody succeed. So we can share success and products today. It's not just one format. It's really a open house call, a little bit like if we're around a campfire and we're all sharing what we're grateful for. Isn't that amazing? And yes, sometimes we also have some people that share their ups and downs because life is not about all ups. Sometimes we have people that are struggling, that are hurting, and they might share too. And that's okay too because we're like one big happy family. Sometimes it feels good to know that you're not alone in a situation, that you're getting support, love, and prayers from everyone. So if you're somebody that's in that situation and you feel like sharing it with us, don't worry. We will more than happily give you all the energy and vibrations to lift you up a bit in your life. So welcome everyone to the call. I want to bring on first caller tonight. I want to bring on somebody that came in not that long ago. He hasn't been in that long, and he's doing very very well. Um, and without we're not talking about levels here. We're just talking about success. Mr. Ricky Brandino, are you online with us?
Yes, sir.
I
Right
want to start with
here.
you're the highlight today. We all came to see you. When I put that post up, Ricky Brandino is going to be the guest star. They all jumped on it. So, Ricky, share your excitement about what you've witnessed so far, your journey, what you're grateful for, what you're excited for, what you see as the future. Go ahead. It's all yours, buddy.
Oh my God. It's so incredible. This thing is mind-blowing. I mean, we have a product that changes lives and like immediately. I mean, I'm just so freaking excited. I can't even contain myself. So a little bit about me. I live in a motorhome. I have a 32-foot Class C motorhome, and I travel around and I hang out at different alternative wellness clinics, and I sign them up in Ollie Life, and they love the P90 Plus, and they do demo. I do demos with them on their patients, and they all see life-changing results. We're talking about clinics that have like $1 million worth of alternative healing stuff in there, like red light, like human regenerative beds, hyperbaric oxygen chambers, Telsa healing coils, Rife machines. One clinic I work with has two $40,000 PEMF pulse beds. Just amazing, amazing technologies. And I'm super excited. I'm in Santa Monica, California right now. I just did two demos today. I did one at a gym this morning around noon with this guy that's so excited. He's coming on board. He's gonna bring in all his clients in the gym. And then I went and did just got finished with one with a woman named Jennifer, and she's got this healing clinic over here. She's got cryotherapy, and she's like so excited with this stuff. She immediately bought the Shaken and the P90. She's having a big party tomorrow, and she's wants everybody to come. Fortunately, I had an extra P90 in my motorhome, so she got it immediately. So it was like so incredible. Yeah, so basically that's what I've been doing. I mean, I got started in December and December 11th, and I met Tuan and Van like December. I met them December 11th. I got my hands on a Vitality wand, and I loved it. And I stayed around Southern California, and that following Monday, I got my feet on the P90 Plus. I got the Galaxy on. I got the Shaken, and that was it. I said, "This is it. I'm going to work." I felt the energy immediately. So I went to work December 11th. I mean, I got right now. I'm like almost M3. I got like 420,000 in one leg and almost 950 in another leg. So it's just like going ballistic. I'm really fortunate. I got some great people on both legs. It's just exploding. And what's driving this is the product. I mean, the product is amazing. I see results with this product that I'm like, I wouldn't believe it unless I see it. Like I had one guy had 3 strokes and a heart attack, had no feeling in his leg, got had neuropathy, everything, walking with a club foot, got on a machine, one session, he's got feeling back in his leg and his foot. And I'm like, this is unbelievable, it's crazy. So we're seeing these results that you would not believe. I had another woman come into this clinic over here in Southern California, Dr. Hari's clinic. She had a migraine for 2 days. She put the Galaxy G1 on in 12 minutes, the migraine was gone. I had other people I worked with on their neck, and I worked with the claw. We call it the claw, but it's a Revitalux massager, and unbelievable numbness she had in her arm for like literally 8 months, gone in one session. I mean, I can't believe it. The technology is unbelievable, and the compensation plan is insane. I mean, where else can you? I mean, it's mind. This compensation plan is mind blowing. I mean, it's crazy the amount of money I've been making already just helping people. I mean, I love it. I get paid to help people. I get paid to travel. I get paid to live in my motorhome. I mean, I get paid to build this business, and the timing is absolutely incredible. And then I have Luigi, I have Twan and Van, I got a great downline, a great upline. We got every single tool. I mean, this thing is dummy proof. Just get somebody on the machine. All you gotta do is get somebody on the machine, and that's it. I mean, it works. Period.
I love what you said there. This thing is dummy proof. And listen, everyone, it's okay, all right. Like just like let me bring on the camera here for number one. You can leave your camera on there 2 minutes with me, Ricky. I want to come on with you.
Yeah, it was my phone blocked out.
Okay.
Okay, now it's
So you
on.
know what we need to understand here is very simple. Is first of all, here, let me just highlight myself at a spotlight. So Ricky has been around, okay? So those numbers that he's done in a short period of time, he's been around. This is not a new kid on the block. And he was already in another company just before that. We won't have to put names out there. We're not there to bash or to bring down anybody. No, I don't. That's not my style. But he was in another similar company that was also in frequencies. And, he already had a networking. He's already been around this space for a couple of years. But you know what? When he saw what was happening with Oli, and he kind of compared both companies, it was a no-brainer. And I'm super glad that when you did connect with Tuan, you ended up on our team too, which is even better because are you Italian, Ricky?
Sicilian.
Oh, Brandino. So that's why
Brandino.
we get along, me and you.
Yeah.
Okay, all
No,
right.
but as far as as far as comparing, I mean, you can't compare. I mean, this compensation plan is unbelievable. It's twice as good as the last company I was with, and I made a lot of money in that company. I was a top earner in the United States in that company, and I worked with that company for 4 years, and we saw life changing results with their products. But these products are so much better as far as quality is concerned. They're so much better as far as the value for the dollar. I mean, they're so much they're economical, they're not overpriced, and the compensation plan is so much better. And so yeah, I brought on a few really good people. I attracted some good people that were on my team from that company. And then all of a sudden, people like Trisha Costa shows up in my group, Stephen Keller, John Scavola, so a lot of great, great, great people on my team that are really. Helen West now has blown it up, and Harhari, and so a lot of great people on my team. Andrea Street, they're all blowing it up. So we're super excited, and the product is what's driving this. I mean, without this product, we wouldn't have anything. We have the product. The product is the greatest. I'm 65 years old. I was an acupuncturist for 35 years, body worker for 35 years, been in alternative health field for a very, very long time, since I was 20. I've never, ever in my life seen anything that even comes close to this technology. I mean, this is life changing, and we're just in the beginning, man. I'm so, so excited. That's it. Back to you, Luigi.
No, stay there, stay there. I love seeing your face. I love seeing your enthusiasm. We love seeing energy, because that's what the Friday call is all about. We work all week and we get to Friday and what we're grateful for, what you, it's your success with your team. Things are
God,
going.
I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you, Luigi. I'm so grateful for Ollie Life. I'm so grateful for the P90 Plus. I'm so grateful for my fresh air I'm breathing. I'm so grateful that I'm in the sunshine. I live in my motorhome and I get to go to
Don't
alternative
now
health
don't
clinics.
rub it in. Don't rub it in. I'm in Canada here and it's still cold a little bit. So
Woo!
thank you, thank you,
Crazy.
thank you for sharing your enthusiasm. We love you too much. All right. Keep on doing what you're doing. I
All
know
right,
you're
bro. Love you.
you found the right road. All right.
Oh,
The next
man.
I want to bring on here today is Mr. Malik Amir. Hey Malik, what's happening? I can see your team is also moving. You want to thank and be congratulate all your rock stars on your team and share some love. I mean, and why has things shifted for you? Because you've been with me for a long time now. Well, for a long time, for a year. It hasn't been that long. But
Right.
why is it in the last 4 or 5 months things have shifted more than the first 5, 6 months? Can you tell the community why?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been in the company for a little bit of over a year, and I've been using the technology. I've been right next to Luigi's side from the very beginning. And we first started to launch this company before a lot of the upline leaders even started to build it, right? We were going to like Toronto. We did a live event out there. We did another live event in Vancouver. So I've been traveling and just really being a wingman for Luigi. But I really wasn't serious about building this opportunity in the beginning because I was actually caught up in some other opportunities where I was really making a lot of money, some incredible income that I was making over there. But after we had the live event that happened in Vancouver, that's when the light bulb kind of went off for me. And I decided to go all in on this opportunity. So from that point, I really started to get laser focused. I kind of cut out all of the other things that I was doing so that I can get really focused, just like how Luigi has been from the very beginning. And after that point, everything started to click for me, right? And I have a lot of people that are hidden ranks. And the amazing thing that I love about this company is that it's not just leaders that are having success here. I have people on my team that are in their 70s that are hitting ranks and that are making some solid income. I have a person on my team named Michelle Grote who just hit M2 about a day or two ago, right? So we're seeing a lot of success over here with this opportunity. And I also had the privilege of being one of the individuals out of 100 top leaders that actually got to go to the headquarters in Singapore. And it was my second time going to Singapore because I already had went there with Luigi last April. But this trip was something special because it wasn't just a handful of people. It was 100 leaders from literally all of the different American markets. We had people from the United States. We had a lot of people there from Hawaii. We had people from Australia, New Zealand. And I had the privilege to be one of those individuals that got to meet the owner of the company. That we had 2 days of intensive training where we went over all of the product information. And after I came back from that headquarter event, that's when I just really started to take things to the next level. I live in Panama. So people who live here in Panama, they cannot afford to actually purchase these products. So I wouldn't say I'm at a disadvantage, but for people that live in other places in the American markets, you could actually have people demo the products. People can afford to buy the products. but I've built my business 100% online. I've never had anyone except my friends and family that live here in Panama actually come and use the devices and different things like that. But I built up a really strong presence on social media, and we have a really big team that are just building this thing. I have teams that are growing right now in Hungary. One of my top leaders actually met Luigi at that event that he just did out there. We have people coming in from Germany. We have people coming in from Romania, and I already have a really big team in New Zealand, Australia, and a lot of parts of America too. So shout outs to all of the team members that are absolutely crushing it. I see Angel Rose on this call, one of my top leaders from New Zealand, and I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you guys at these events that are going to be happening. If you guys are ready for Thailand, give some ones in the chat because I know that there's a lot of people on this call that are already qualified for the Thailand event. And I have a good friend of mine named Bitcoin Mansa who just started to build this about 2 days ago. He's already brought in about 10 people just in about 2 days. And he's on his way to actually become an M1 in this company really, really quickly. And he has his eyes set on M2, M3, and all the way across the board. So we're really excited for all of the things that are happening right now on our teams. If you guys don't understand how early we are, when I was out there in Asia, I asked Tuan and Van, who have the biggest team in the United States, how many people do we have in the United States right now? They said less than 10,000 people, you guys.
Yeah,
So this is your chance to be first. And everyone on this call has the same opportunity to have that first movers advantage and to plant your flag, collect the most land, and actually be super successful with this opportunity.
I want to just re-share a little bit why his story is powerful because, for 6 months, he was busy in other things. And when your head is not there 100%, you're not going to attract the same kind of success that if you're there 100%. It just won't happen. But when he did shift his mindset, when he decided that, you know what, Luigi, I'm going to give it a honest try 100%, and we'll see what happens. So he did 6 months, and look at how things are turning around. Like that person that's going to become M1 very quickly will probably be your fastest M1. But all of that happened because of the people that were there before that, Angel Rose, Michelle, and right now you also have Kelly, if I'm not wrong, there that she's also doing
Oh
very
yeah,
well.
Kelly,
And
she's
that
crushing
and
it.
how about Michelle Atman, that has like Lou, like you yeah. Listen, I can't remember all the names, so I'm sorry if I forgot
Dr.
somebody there.
Cynthia, she's crushing it. Nancy, yeah, so many people on our team. They're actually hitting rank super fast.
Well, listen, and that only happens when you truly align with it. There's something that shifts. And by the way, don't get discouraged, if it's not aligning fast enough for you. If you're there thinking, well, I'm hearing all these wonderful stories. Why isn't it happening for me right away? Please don't think like that because there's like once you understand how powerful these products are and how early we are, this is not like a race, right? This is a marathon.
Absolutely.
There's no obligation. You don't have to spend money every month. Like there's no like, oh, I have to pay $100 every month. There's none of that. So whether you succeed now, you succeed in 2 months, you succeed in 6 months, you succeed in a year, you succeed in 2 years, we're not going anywhere. And this community, this family that we're building, is just keeps on getting better and better. So listen, you don't have to have a big story to share today. You can have a small story. You can talk about the product, your success. I just wanted to start with a couple of key speakers here. But hey, who's the next person who wants to come
I'll
speak?
jump right in, Luigi.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, Matt Jameson, Salmon River. So I started doing three-way calls with Pete. So it's I'm just pushing the needle now. So I'm just wrapping my head around everything. I got my feet planted on my P90 right now because my knees bother me again from all the work I'm doing out here on the property. But I've introduced to a couple 6 and 7 figure income earners so far, and I think we're about to start enrolling people. So it's about to start planting some more seeds. I just wanted to give you an update because you and I haven't chatted in a few days.
Listen, one thing I'd love to, oh yeah, but it's true that you're in the woods. I was going to say, I wanted to do a Canadian tour, eh? We're going to be doing Vancouver, Edmonton, and Calgary. Okay, that's for sure. For people that have anybody, Calgary, Winnipeg, or Vancouver, yes, we're going there. But I have my friend that wants me to do Toronto. Okay. So then I was thinking about why don't we do a Canadian tour, like from Vancouver all the way to New Brunswick. But I don't think that's really relevant for you. Eh? You don't really build in New Brunswick. Eh? You build
I
where
don't I don't do any local meetings, and I haven't for a decade. Well, actually, there's a tiny company that was called the Chat. Well, anyway, we're not mentioning company names, but the only time I ever did meetings was when I was the highest paid, highest ranked in that company, east of Montreal. And that was back in 2012, 2013, 2014. And but the culture was, if you don't do what we want you to do, then we're going to shun you. And so I just kind of fell into place. But no, for the last 26 years, I've been building online. I mean, we can invite the moose and the deer and the bear and the salmon river hippos, which are beavers, for the joke, the salmon river hippo, and we can get all them together. But no, I wouldn't be able to put together a local team if I tried.
Well, one thing's for sure, eh? Like some people, like Matt, like Malik, like myself too, we build online. But when we build online, it's just because we have connections, we've made friends, like there's people, we have relationships. And that's what this business is all about. I'm sorry, everyone. It's just about relationships. But one thing that I'd like you all to remember, maybe not you're not that type of person that has that many relationships, or you're not very good at building it online. I'd like you to remember that there's an easy way to build this, and some people are getting some great success. They're doing grounding parties. You know what a grounding party is, right? You're at home, you have a couple of devices, you invite some friend there, and you play, like the latest videos that Holy Nation did for us. There's a 10-minute video that kind of walks you through. I mean, that's a great video. I'm sorry, we didn't have that before when we started. So you put somebody on the P90, you play that video for 10 minutes, and it explains what's happening to their body. And well, if you want, while they're doing 20 minutes, you can put the third video, which is 20 minutes, that goes through the whole thing. So that's grounding parties are great, all right? But there's also another step to grounding parties. Of course, remember, for some people, you can just take your device and go see somebody and let them try it. Yes, that's number one. Number two are grounding parties. Number three, for the people that can afford it, okay? Get a second machine. Why? Well, because you have one device for at home that you always have, and another device that you can lend to people. Because even though people try it one time, yes, some people are more sensitive than others, and they see results within a day. They can feel the shift, all right? But honestly, it takes more than just one session to really feel like a big shift, all right? Like you want to be able to almost lend the machine out to somebody you care about, if somebody you trust, of course. You don't just give a machine out to anybody. But if you trust a person and you lend them a device, you say, listen, use this once. If I lend it to you for 1 week, will you use it twice a day? You explain to them, start low, work your way up, drink water before and after. And after 1 week, I can guarantee you that most of those people are all going to want a device from you. So that's another way that you can do it. And then there's another way that people are doing it too. Yes, the All Nation big event in June in California, Anaheim. Who's coming to Anaheim? I want to see some me's in the chat here. Do we have some people put some me's in the chat? I want to count how many people are coming to Anaheim in California. I want to see if I am Lidge with Deborah, beautiful, Malik, Luigi, Frank, Helen. Wow. Let's make it happen. Listen, Anaheim is going to be amazing. Angel, I'm going to see you in Anaheim. Wow, that's a long trip for you. I'm counting on your word on that, eh? A couple of times you said it now, eh? So I better see you there. Listen, Anaheim's going to be amazing. There's not going to be too many of those big events for Holy Nation, just so you understand. Because if I were you, try to get to Anaheim, even if you think that, well, I may not have enough money, or the timing's not right. Listen, the timing is never right in life. You invest in yourself, it'll do something to you, to your business, to your belief, to your passion, to the way that you talk coming back from that event. Because when you talk to somebody about the project, first of all, do you have a story? Like I talked to somebody, hey, listen, I used the P90 Plus. After 9, 10 days, I started sleeping better. After 2, 3 weeks, my mental state started being less black, right? I was starting to get back in happy again, right? Because I'm not trying to use medical terms here, right? We have to be careful for compliance. After 4 weeks, I started to see the coloration on my feet started to fade away. Like, listen, my story's easy. Now, of course, if I'm talking to you in person, I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. When we're on a Zoom call or recording, of course, we have to be careful about medical terms and not exaggerate with cures and all that there. But my story, that's my story. What's your story? Do you have a story? Because that's all you need to actually share this with people that you care about. And finally, so big event in Anaheim. If you can go there, I advise you go there. And don't just say, I'm going. Do you have a ticket? Did you buy a ticket? Because you're not going if you don't have a ticket. You have to get a ticket. Like now, today, tomorrow, after tomorrow. Why? Because as long as you don't have a ticket, you're not going to attract other people to go with you. That's how the universe works, the law of attraction. You want to go there, but if you can, you want to try to bring a couple of people with you if you can. Why? Tell them why, Malik. What happens when you go to one of these big things with people?
Oh yeah, I mean, the live events is what really fuels your business and just takes it to the next level. You know, if you can get to this live event yourself, even if it's just you, you're going to feel the energy. You're going to be able to meet with all of the top leaders. You're going to be able to connect with people like Paul, people like Brian. And when you connect with these people, you just feel their energy. And when you come back, you're on fire. But what's even better than that is when you can not just get yourself there, but get a bunch of your team members over there as well. When that happens and you get those people to that energy and then they come back, that's when your team just absolutely starts to explode, because then the business is just not it's not outside of you, but the business is actually a part of you. It becomes, you know, in the inside of you, right? And
Shit.
that's the reason why when people go to these live events, it absolutely changes your life. And that live event that we did in Vancouver was the one that did it for me. I mean, it was a phenomenal event. It was the first time I got to meet Twan and Van in person, and we actually hosted that event. Luigi hosted it, did a phenomenal job. We killed it, filled up a room in Toronto. And from that experience, I just came back and I was absolutely on fire. But I had some team members there and they actually started to catch fire as well. But the event that we're going to be having in Anaheim, this is something that is just like an absolute no brainer. Like, you have to be there. I was blown away at the event that we just had in January. It was a huge auditorium, you guys, and we filled up the room over there and we just knocked it out of the park, right? And I think we had at least about 40 to 50 people from the Awakening team that were at that event. And then we went from there all the way to Asia,
Now,
and it
that's
just
a whole
created an
different story.
absolutely explosion. So yeah, I
Listen,
mean, live events is the secret to success.
live events are the stepping stones to building a business. Now, don't discourage yourself
Absolutely.
if you can't go to, don't get discouraged if you can't go to Anaheim. It's okay. Listen, not everybody is close. Not everybody has the possibility or the time to do it. But I'm just saying, if you can, and you're just missing a little bit of push yourself to go if you can. All right. That's for that. But we're not just going to have Holy Nation in June. We are the Frequency Awakening, at least, maybe even with Holy Nation. We'll see. We're going to Florida and we're going to be doing Colorado. So that's two other places in the US that we're doing. Yes, we're doing Vancouver, Winnipeg, and Calgary too in Canada, maybe Toronto. So you'll get all these dates. So in case you know people in Colorado, Florida, in parts of Canada, well, you'll be able to send them to these events. These are smaller events, two, 300, 100 people. It doesn't matter. But finally, there's going to be one last Holy Nation event after Anaheim, and that's going to be in February. It's going to be at the Convention Hall on the Gold Coast in Australia. So everybody in Australia, New Zealand, congratulations. It's already locked in. We already found the room. We already have the date. We're already kind of settling down the down payment. So it's going to be in February, to be announced soon with the date. It's going to be an Holy Nation event. So if you have anybody in Australia, the Gold Coast, which supposedly is the most one of the most beautiful parts of Australia, the beach and all that. So we're going to have a big event on Holy Nation in February, all right? But afterwards, there might not be Holy Nation events because the company corporate is going to be hosting a big corporate event every year. That's what's happening. Started this year in December. So it's okay, but there'll still be small events. Listen, I want to give a shout out to everybody who here are hosting little events all over the world. I know that Anna right now, she's getting ready this weekend to host a little event. These are team events. This is not something that I'm organizing or Holy Nation or the company. This is her. She's organizing small events in little cities in Australia. So if you're able with people that you know in your communities, in your towns, even if you get together two people, three people, even if it's a small event, 20 people, 30 people, you don't have to spend a lot of money. There's community halls, you can get a little place that you have theater seating. Now, why is that important? Well, I'll give you why. When you sit down with one person and you talk to them, the energy, the aura of the two people get mixed together and you become the sum of both people. So when you're having a grounding party, it's exciting. There's already three, four, five, six people in your home. So the energy is even bigger and more positive. Imagine when you're doing a small event, 20, 25 people, 30 people, 40 people, 50 people. You don't have to look big and think big. Hey, even small events are a beautiful way to actually share this like all over the world with your teams. All right. So just wanted to fill that in. That's a beautiful way that we can also grow. But not, I'm going to end it on one last note on that. Sometimes for some people, it's a little bit hard to share. It's okay. Listen, the people that are succeeding, have learned after many years of trial and error on how to do it. All right. It doesn't happen overnight. But one thing's for sure is when you do have a little event, even if it's a little event, and you succeed in bringing somebody to that event, something that's hosting, well, guess what? You don't have to convince them. You just got them to that event. And in the room, the energy, the testimonials, the story, maybe it's the energy with some other person that, you know what? Okay, all right, Randall, I'm in. I'm coming in. So it wasn't even because of you. It's just because you succeeded. So these are all little dips and like nuggets that we're sharing with you. See, there's not one way or one right way or wrong way. It's a combination of just so many things. I want to end it on one last note for all of you before I bring on anybody who wants to share. Step number one for all of you who really want to have some success with Holy Light. You need to be binary qualified. What does that mean? You have to put one personally sponsored on your left and one on your right. Why do you want to do that? Well, because you make $500 right away. When you make $500 right away by putting one left and one right, you know what that does? Not to you, but even people on your team. There's something about making $500 that most people online never even make it. You'd be surprised. If you can teach your people that let's just get you one left and one right, forget about getting M1, M2, $500,000, and forget about all those big things. Let's get back to the basics. Let's teach our people you need to get one on your left, one on your right. There's something that happens when the person makes their first $500 check. Something opens up. They feel it. You understand? It's not the same thing as, oh, I want to do that. They feel it. They saw it. And something magical happens. So let's bring down the expectations to let's all get two people each. Let's teach our people to get two people each. That's all. Now, when I say that, it's because there's a window of opportunity. When you talk to somebody and they're excited, they try the P90, they love the P90, and like they're excited, they would love to make a little income. But if you wait too long before helping them out to do that, in 2-3 months from now, they might cool down. So that little window that you had to actually create some leverage with them doesn't mean they'll never do nothing. No, listen, we have many people on our team that never did nothing, and after 6, 7, 8, 9 months started doing something. Yes, but it's just that, like just break it down. Don't complicate it. And of course, when you are signing somebody up, maybe some people they don't want to do that. But how about if we use another language? We shared this yesterday on the call. You sign somebody up, they're happy with the P90. They're excited because they tried it already. They believe in you or they trust you or whatever. How would you like to get your money back? You're not saying, how would you like to make money and build a business and that? No. How would you love to get your money back? Yeah, I'd love to do that. Well, all you need to do is just let's get two people and you can get your money back. I mean, that's how simple it is. All right, that's for my little nugget on this Friday night. Raise your hands, those who want to share anything, whether you're happy, you're sad, you're mad, you're grateful, you're envious. I don't care what it is. Raise your hand. Let's bring on some speakers here. And please, as long as you keep it X-rated, like no vulgar or no. Yeah, you know what I mean there. Yes, go ahead, Tanya. It's all yours.
Good morning, everybody. I like to celebrate Jane. She's also on this call and she hasn't got her product yet, but she has got already two people, one left, one right.
That's what I
And
call
yes, and I so agree with you, Luigi. When my first left and right came in, that's when it started to fire, and now having my team members having one left, one right, and there's movement and we are flowing to keep it really grounded. That is so exciting. And yeah, I just love what you all shared this morning. The products are so amazing. I'm having the shaken on my belly right now. It's very cold here this morning, coming out of summer in Australia. So having these warmths going into our body, also as we are switching seasons, is really, really beautiful. That's from Chinese medicine point of view, bringing the heat into our body, also through the feet. That's already like so healthy. You know, the kidney one point is underneath the soles of the feet. When we compare these devices with the PEMF mats to start with, we are we are upright beings that have our feet on the earth. So that's how the earth energy loves to enter our body. And all the organs of our body, everything has the access points through the soles of our feet. And these products are on target points, you know, soles of our feet, belly, lower dantian. They're like powerful areas. Also, there's a really powerful meridian that goes around the navel. And using this device shaken on our belly is really powerful for this ancestral meridian that is also often the cause for belly fat, because if that meridian is blocked, it stops the flow from the upper and the lower body, you know, and then we get distribution of a big face or big upper body, big lower body, but not the proportional body. So when we use these devices under the feet, we raise our chi and have that raise. So sagging faces, sagging bodies lift up. And then we have the shaken around the belly, targeting um, prostate for men as well. And then the ancestral meridians. Also the conception vessel and yeah, that's going up to the front of the body. So super, super powerful. These products are so powerful. Also, the goggles on the eyes. We have really powerful acupuncture points around the eyes, also kidney points. That's why we are charging up as well, besides the frequencies recharging our cells. Yeah, it's so, 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 so powerful. And yeah, the results, we are seeing them so quickly that product we can lead with the product and everything. So I'm super grateful, and I love the products, I love the community, I love the compensation plan, and I love you all. And I hand over now to you.
Well, you know what? We love you, and
Thank
we're
you.
grateful that you're part of this big family. We have Randall. Hello, is that did I say that right, Randall? How are you, Randall?
Right. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, Luigi.
Hey, where are you from,
And
Randall? Let's start
I'm
off.
from Phoenix, Arizona, is where I'm
Okay.
from. So I'm really curious about all that equipment behind you because I work in media. I've been a producer for 40
Well, no,
years.
but it's not a back street. You know, some people think
Yeah.
it's
And Italia, it's great. You know, I'm Sicilian too. So my daughter's an
oh.
opera singer.
So we
So
have we have we have we have a we have like a we're like a couple of mobsters here on the call here today, eh?
Well,
yep,
heck, my
yep.
grand my grandfather's from Monaco, Sicily. So here we go, folks.
Yeah, yeah. My family's from Northwest Sicily, so that's where they're from. Anyway, I am brand new in this game and just enjoying. Thank you for this. The WhatsApp. Luigi, you've done a tremendous job. I mean, I know how hard it is to put stuff together in media, but I just started. I'm going to a BNI meeting, business networking meeting on Tuesday. I'm learning, I'm studying, I've got experience on the machine. I just noticed today that the swelling went down on my calves about 70% from what it was like 2 months ago. And I'm feeling really good all the time. I have a story that's working for people, which is the three buckets in life. First bucket, it's like you feel like crap all the time. Second bucket, I feel okay. Third bucket, you feel great. I'm not even in that first bucket anymore. So, I just got energy every day. And so I wrote my own stuff. I made this card. I don't know if you can see it. It's a 4x6 card. On one side, I wrote, power up your wellness routine. That's just something I came up with, and I put the frequency awakening. And on the other side, I put all the different products and what they do. And I've been handing this out to people. I was at my dentist yesterday, and I gave this to her, and she's like, "Whoa, what's this?" And I got my own QR code. So I'm just getting started with this. So I mean, months from now, it's all going to be different. But here I am getting started with stuff, and I'm real excited. And my wife and I have had tremendous results on the machine. We've demoed it in our home for a number of people. We've had a dinner, people coming over. So yeah, so thanks for Ricky. Thanks for that real inspiring thing. Going around to facilities that where people are suffering and they need help. And one of the things I wanted to say about this is I go to Lifetime Fitness, And I saw a man in there. He had a locker next to mine, and he was pretty, fairly, overweight. I could tell his body was mostly swollen and all that. And he showed me his phone, and he had a doctor appointment for the next month, every 2 or 3 days. And so I thought about on the way home, I thought about this man, and I thought, we have something that can make a difference for people. And he said the doctors are trying to figure out what's wrong with him, and they can't figure it out. So the medical system has failed us. So we have to start our own. I see this as I call it a quiet revolution, what's going on with Oli Life. Once you see people on the machine and getting better, it's not quiet anymore. I mean, people are going to start talking about it. So I think I'm really grateful to have met um, someone in my upline. Carol Vaughn's my upline. And I really get a lot of gratitude to Carol and the group. And I had my wife and I had a call with Tuan and Van. They just did a call with us personally, and that was great. And I just gotta say thank you to what everybody's doing out there, and keep going, and more power to us.
Randall, thank you for sharing. And you know what? And it's cool because you're just like getting started and you're already excited. You feel that there is something, like it is kind of nice. We really have a nice little community we're building here. There's no stress, there's no obligation, and it's like I keep telling you, this is not a race, it's a marathon, right? So please, everyone, don't compare yourself to other people. Don't look at just be grateful for where you are, and life will find a way of coming back to you. Instead, if you're envious, if you're jealous, if you that'll stop the energy from coming to you. It's just the way life works. Don't ask me why, it just works like that. So yes, Ricky, it's not binary qualified. I was talking about a tier bonus, Ricky. All right, you could have just came out and told me in my face instead of just sending me a message. Listen, all right, next speaker here we have Casey. Hello, Casey. Hey, you look like RoboCop.
Hey, Luigi, and this is Kasha.
Oh,
And
sorry.
then
Oh my, I'm sorry. Will you forgive me?
just today, okay?
Okay, I'm
Just
sorry.
today. It's all right. It's all right. I get it. I am super Polish and I have really hard time speaking English and sometimes pronouncing name in English it's almost impossible. At other times when people tell me how they spell their names, they think that might help. No, it won't. Then it's another case in United States and I mean English speaking countries when you meet people opposite sex having the same name, but sometimes they are spelled different ways. So I do forgive you. Okay, so I get it. So don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
And I did share my story about my snoring with you guys. Maybe some of you didn't hear that, but first when I received my goggles, G1 goggles, I to put them on, and I seriously didn't like what they were doing to my face, especially to to the side of my eyes. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't like it. Then I went to the conference and I was staying in a room with a friend, and she was using those goggles every evening, and they were on her face for like I swear 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 minutes, and she was falling asleep. And because I had problems with my sleeping for ages, I came back home and I'm like, oh my gosh, sorry, Juan, I'm gonna use you. And it took me, I guess, maybe 2, 3 days to get over the fact that I didn't like how they work. Now I actually freaking love how they do it. I love when they push me because I know they do their job. And so short story long, after 2.5 months, I realized that my snoring it's not as loud, and I was able to go back from my long trip to the guest room for a few years, and now I'm back with my husband in our together bedroom, and I strongly believe my story will help so many people because people do not talk about snoring as much. I mean, sometimes at the parties or barbecues, somebody will make fun of their spouse that they are snoring and they are annoying, blah blah blah. But I strongly believe that snoring is the way how so many marriages are are dealing with the silent divorces at home. And when I bought those goggles, my intention was to get them for my husband because he gets headaches and migraines. And I had no idea that I'm gonna be rewarded with such a big gift, because for me it is a big gift. So that's why I love sharing that little story. And it's not so painful, but it is extremely painful on the marriage. And maybe somebody else's marriage could be saved from that trouble. And I would like to also share one more thing, that I'm extremely thankful for those people who trusted me to buy devices, because their stories are so freaking incredible, and their stories are going to change so many lives. And my snoring story, it's like just a little tiny bit funny story, and together we will change the world, one funny story going away. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. All right, we have time for two more poppers here. Who's the first person to raise their hand? Oh yeah, just before that, who's coming? Hey, listen, we're going to know in a couple of weeks from now, in a week or two, we're going to know the dates about Thailand, because we can all go to Thailand, Asia, wherever. So I don't know about you guys or you gals, but $4,000 personal sales qualifies you for 5 days in Thailand or in Asia. I don't know where I'm going to Thailand. Listen, I've already been to Xiamen. I saw the office. It's beautiful. But there's something about Thailand that just turns me on. I love the beaches. I love the food. It's kind of funny. There's a lot of things happening all at the same time. You see all sorts of weird people. I just love Thailand. No one can. I mean, hey, at least I'm honest, Randall. Eh? I'm not going to lie about it. I'm honest. So, who's qualified for Thailand and is coming to Thailand in the chat? Can I see? Let's go to the beach. Yes, Lillian, you're coming with us. Let's go for it. Let's go. Who's coming to Thailand with us? And you want to be there. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because if you come, especially if you come at the same time as me and Malik, you'll see that we're really funny in person. Like, you think we're funny now, wait till you see us in person. You're so funny, you're probably going to have a heartache. Not a heartache, but a stomach ache. All right, because we're really silly when we want. Yeah, I think they're going to be ashamed of us in Thailand. Eh? So okay, well, we'll just warn everyone before we get there. All right, listen. Question. A little hand up here. Who's the next volunteer here? Oh, here I have. Now let me Marilyn. Now, of course, I can't do that one wrong. Hi, Marilyn. How are you? Where are you from? You're muted, Marilyn.
I am in Western Australia, so it's Saturday morning here. I'd just like to say I've shared my devices with a lot of people I'm close to, one of which is the client that I work for. I'm a disability support worker. So I look after a gentleman that is almost completely blind and is an incomplete quadriplegic. So he spends a lot of time in bed. So I've been sharing the shaken and the goggles with him twice a day when I'm on night shift. So, once when I get there and once in the morning. And as soon as I get there at night, he's pulling his t-shirt up so that I can put the shaken on him. From the very start, he said, what little bit of vision he's got, the goggles just immediately gave him relief and took away the irritability in his eyes and just helped him see the colours on the TV clearer. That's just one of many stories. Everybody that I've shared it with who have had back issues have come good very, very quickly. So there's no doubt in my mind that the products are absolutely fantastic, and I just cannot get out there enough and share them with enough people. So I'm in the process of organising grounding parties at home, and then I'll be getting out to any venue I can to share it.
Love it, love it. Thank you very much for sharing. And yes, at the end of the day, those Galaxy G1 glasses are pretty amazing because people wonder why they work so well. You know that the eyes, there's the circulation of the eyes. That's what's actually helping. That's why it's improving so many things. My girlfriend has migraines, has helped her migraines. I have dryness in my eyes. It helps the dryness. All right, who's the next volunteer who's going to close up this call? First person to raise their hand.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, where are you? Oh, by the way, Anna says hi to Anita. Are you on the call, Anita? Because Anna says hi to you. So yes, you're there. All right, go ahead, Elizabeth. It's all yours.
Hi, Luigi and everyone. I just wanted to say I'm in Bangkok now, so I want to show you a little bit of what I'm seeing
Okay, here I'll
next to the pool.
go to Bangkok, and we're all going to go meet Elizabeth. Just wait for us. We're coming.
No, I organise health retreats here, so I'm here for that, but I'm coming back in September. Just a quick story about my dad. I bought the P90 Plus for myself when I started, and also wanted to get a P90 for my dad who has arthritis and osteo. I got it to him beginning of March, and he's 78, so he's going on it, has been on it low and slow. He rang me yesterday and I said, oh, I'm in Bangkok, you better make it quick, it might cost you a bit of money. And he said, no, I've got something positive. He said he's been on a walking stick for his knee, and we'd turned the P90 up a little bit for him the last 5 days. And he said, I'm nearly at a point where I can leave my walking stick behind. So I was just so proud, and I'm so happy to hear that from him, and just wanted to share. But also a couple of weeks ago, he'd had some feeling a bit sick, and he said, am I meant to feel that? And I said, well, your liver might be a bit clogged, and said, take some milk thistle and some dandelion tea and bentonite clay just to draw out any toxins. He said, oh, I think my liver might be getting better because I gave up drinking a week ago. And I went, wow, that's great. And I know he's only given that up because he's on the P90. So I'm just very proud to be in this company. I'm very lucky to be in Thailand now, and I really hope to see everyone in Thailand in September.
Oh, you're going to see a lot of us there in Thailand if we're there. That's for sure. Thank you for all the stories on the call. I can see Chris and Patricia. If you want to, listen, you can close it, Patricia. I'll let you have the closing statement. Are you there? You want to unmute yourself? And let us know where you're from.
Which one?
Hi, Luigi. Hi, everybody. Both Chris and I are so very grateful to be part of this. We're still fairly new. We've been in about 2.5 weeks. One of the biggest things that we've been doing, and we're working on our first grounding party, but my husband, he likes to play with technology, so he came up with this. It's a sheet, and it's got our code on there, so you can take a picture of that and takes it right to our website. So we're pretty excited about that. He's been getting a lot of success with that, and we're just so excited and so happy to be here and so grateful. Thank you very much, Luigi.
Thank you very much for sharing. Malik, I'm going to let you close the call today because I always close it, but I think we want to hear your wisdom to close this call. What kind of in powerful message can you leave us all tonight with, Malik? We're going to spotlight you. We really bring you in the front, and we want to be empowered. What can you tell everyone in this room right now?
I would just say, thank you all for coming on here on this fireside chat and sharing today. We just appreciate all of the shares from each and every one of you guys. And this community that we're building is absolutely amazing. The results that we're getting with the product is just undeniable. The timing of the product is perfect. We have the right team. We have the right energy. We have the right vibration. So everyone in this opportunity is having super success, whether you're sharing this opportunity or whether you're just using the products from a product standpoint. So it's really exciting to be a part of this group. Much love to each and every one of you guys, and we'll see you on the next call. And we'll see you guys in Thailand. We'll see you guys at this next event that's going to be happening in Anaheim and all across the world. So peace and blessings, love and light to everyone. And we'll see you guys again here next week. Take care.